So if you're watching this video, I'm guessing something I'm about to say is going to resonate with you. And that's, you wake up every day. The night before, you set these goals for yourself. You tell yourself what you're going to do the next day, the things you're going to accomplish. You're going to go on a run in the morning. And you wake up and you are just too tired. You don't have energy to do the things you need to do. You can't focus because your phone keeps drawing your attention because you don't have the energy for willpower. And you just feel kind of flat. Life feels a little bit bland. So look, I have some good and some bad news for you. The good news is you're not stuck like this. You're not required to be like this for the rest of your life, and there is a fix that we're going to talk about in this video. The bad news is you probably already know what it is. You've just been avoiding it because it sucks. So let's talk about it. Every day, we wake up with what I like to think of, let's say 100% in a bank. Let's say $100 in a bank. You wake up, you're feeling fresh. Your body got cleansed out from the night, the sleep before. And if you're not waking up cleansed, that's a different problem that we can talk about. But anyways, you wake up with 100%, hypothetically. As you go throughout your day, there are a million little micro decisions that you have to make. What am I going to make for breakfast? Am I going to make my bed this morning? What am I going to wear? Am I going to go to the bathroom in this bathroom or this bathroom? Am I going to brush my teeth before or after I eat? When am I going to shower? When am I going to work out? When am I? All these decisions, as you can probably tell. I mean, if you think about the first 5 minutes of your day, you probably have a lot of decisions all the way up to starting with, am I going to hit snooze? It starts from the very beginning. Now, every time we make one of these decisions, you start draining a little bit of your bank account, a little bit of the percentage, a little bit of the money in your bank account. And it starts dropping 99, 98, over and over. As you start getting lower in that bank, in that buildup that you have, you start to get a little more cloudy. You start to get a little bit more fatigued. You might have heard the term decision fatigue. And while it's not directly correlated with this, they do kind of go hand in hand. As you start making more decisions, your brain starts getting more tired. I mean, I'm guessing you could probably relate to this. Maybe you have a test or something where you have to make a ton of micro decisions for questions each and every day. You feel pretty drained afterwards, but the same thing happens in our daily life, even when we're outside of school. And we make millions of little decisions, yet we wonder, why am I so tired? Why don't I have effort to stay consistent towards the goals I'm actually wanting to achieve? And that's because by the time we actually sit down to work on our goals, to do those things, we've already made a million decisions and our brain is just fried. Hence, we have no energy. So, what can you do? You're probably watching this like, well, Carson, I have to make decisions. Like, I don't have a choice. And you're right. There are some decisions you don't have a choice. But there are many decisions that you do. And that's what we're going to focus on, is trying to minimize as many decisions as we possibly can. And the best way to do this is to start relying on routine. Taking some of the guesswork out of it, of waking up and not having any idea where your day is going to take you, and instead already have it set out in place for you in your routine. So my absolute favorite way to do this is by habit stacking. So I'll start from the very start of my day when my alarm clock goes off. Sometimes, I'll be honest, I predetermine if I'm going to be able to hit snooze that day or not. Like, if I have time, I'll say, okay, well, I can hit snooze one time, because sometimes it feels good, I will say. But anyways, I'll predetermine, okay, I can hit snooze one time when I wake up. I'll hit that snooze, and then I'll say, okay, right when I wake up, I'm going to get out of bed and go to the bathroom. Immediately after going to the bathroom, my next thing is going to be to weigh itself. So I stack that habit off of something that I know I'm going to do each and every day, which is go to the bathroom when I wake up. So now that that habit's already built, because it's kind of predetermined, I got to piss after I wake up, I know, okay, right after I finish peeing, I'm going to go and step on the scale. I don't have to make that decision. I don't have to remember. My body just naturally does it because it knows After you pee, you step on the scale. And you keep building off of those habits. Okay, after I step on the scale, I'll go right back to my room and make my bed. From there, walk into the closet, put on the outfit that I picked out the night before. That way it didn't come into today's decision fatigue. And gonna keep doing that over and over for the entirety of your morning routine. So now, you're going into the remainder of your day, into the block of work that you have set out for yourself, where you're actually wanting to be clear and energized. And you're coming in with 100% battery instead of the 75% that you might have been at after getting through your morning and getting ready for the day. It really is that simple. It's not easy, of course, but it's very, very simple. You just have to minimize your decisions on a daily basis. So what I want you to do when you walk away from this video, so you actually learn something and your life changes somewhat from it, is I want you to think about your morning tomorrow morning and think, okay, what exactly steps do I need to take in order to get ready for the day? It doesn't matter how long it is. If you have a huge list of things you need to do in the morning, fantastic. But you already need to know what order you need to take them in, and you need to make the task itself as simple as possible. That way you do not have to make any decisions around it. That's it. And I promise you, if you do this for a few days, you're gonna get into your work block with so much more energy. Whatever you're trying to be clear for, whatever you're trying to have a high performance at, you're gonna feel like a different human, and I promise you that. So hopefully this helps some of you. I know it has definitely been a game changer for me in minimizing a lot of those decisions. Just kind of take accountability for your decisions. Realize that every thought you had does take a toll on you mentally, and start kind of acting in accordance to that. So for those of you watching this who are pretty into the self-improvement space, for those of you who probably have seen it, who've been watching me, I have a self-improvement community called Elevate. I have a free version where you get a 60+ video course, probably the best free self-improvement course in the entire world. Not to pat myself on the back or anything, but I also have a paid version. It's $1 a day, where it's much more high accountability check-ins. I review the forms for now, so on and so forth. So for the next 9 people who join, I'll be reviewing your forms for life, regardless of how many members join. So if that's something that's sounds interesting to you, I have a link down in the description of this video. You can check out, see which plan's gonna be right for you. Either way, if you join, fantastic. We have a whole bunch of people kind of on the same journey as you. Otherwise, just keep working towards your goals. And if you can do that on your own, then I'll be a happy camper. But with that said, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you all watching this one. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I have some good videos coming soon, so just you wait. I appreciate you all. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.